Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever and wherever you may be. Welcome to the daily return, 10 minutes. I invite you to arrive, which simply means consciously choosing to be here. Good morning. It is that moment, that conscious choice, even if it feels forced or like you have to. Good morning. There's a transition. There's always a transition from whatever was happening before this to when we decide to be still and take the seat of observer. So here we are, returning to ourselves with curiosity, with compassion, and with non-judgment. I invite you to begin by just noticing your now, all that is making up your now. I have 3 boys outside the door. I burned my eye with contact solution. There's a number of things that make up our now, so I invite you to take an inventory for 30 seconds to really set into awareness your now. What are the ingredients that make up this moment? All is welcome. And now inviting you to curiously notice the support that's beneath you, and if you can receive that support. The external support of the furniture you're on, the internal support of your bones, the relational support of our togetherness. Excellent. Yesterday we talked about time. The day before that we talked about so much happening around here. The day before that we talked about environment. Today we're going to explore transitions. We simply do that by thinking of a time or beginning to think about times that we have to transition. Whether those transitions are seasonal transitions, life transitions. And even just tracking what you notice as I say the word transitions, moving from one state to another, one focus to another. Softening the back of your tongue, softening your face. How do you respond to transitions? From sleep to wake. Let's start there. Noticing whatever comes up. Perhaps you notice the qualities of that. If it's hard for you to go from sleep and immobilized to mobilized and awake, perhaps it's inconsistent. Maybe sometimes it's good and sometimes it's hard. Now thinking about the transition from anything that involves responsibility to rest or something playful or light. Just getting curious, being compassionate, noticing, are these points where you feel, does that trigger a feeling of neutrality, simplicity, ease, or does it leave you feeling curious, like, oh, that's hard for me, or I don't do that often, or I can't stay in a restful, playful place? Just curious. And then, of course, the transition from disembodied to embodied, from automatic working, focusing to this returned, curious state. Just noticing what comes up, feeling the support beneath you, softening your face and your shoulders. Excellent. I invite you now to take a deep breath and transition from this state to a more engaged state. noticing what that's like. Opening your eyes to the space you're in. I invite you today to notice how your body responds to transitions. The big ones, the small ones, the ones that feel like you get to choose the transition, or the kinds of transitions that just happen, like day to night. Be curious about how you and your body interact with all different types of transitions. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for returning. It's a different schedule next week. I'll be traveling. I will see you Tuesday morning live. And I will, I think, see you Wednesday and Thursday, but I'll post a schedule for next week. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for returning. And remember, you exist. I'll see you soon.